attempts by the government to get Parliament to approve the controversial 1.75 electronic transfer levy, popularly known as the E-Levy. Representatives of the various political parties, civil society organizations and other identifier groups took part in the demonstration.
When you become very partisan as a judge, remember that your tenure of office as a judge will run with the political party that you favor. Let that be very, very clear, because political power is very transient. Positions are not possessions. So people will come, people will go. So the current regime must be mindful of our political history and know that the power they hold today, tomorrow they may not have that power. So whatever they use that power for today, they must be mindful, because
the E-Levy is the most useless aspect of our taxation that this government wants to bring on board. You understand? Because one, without E-Levy, John Mahama was able to give us a lot of infrastructure development. Look at Terminal 3. Look at the regional hospitals across the country. Look at military hospital. Look at Kedetia. Look numerous projects that Mahama did without E-Levy. Now they are telling us that they cannot do anything without E-Levy. They are asking them when they were coming and they were promising. Why didn't they tell Ghana that they will need E-Levy?
We are dying. But Ghana, they said the petrol not 1 million. They didn't know about construction. I'm a mutin and move it on my head. If you are for high, that was Mahama was petrol. What's that? I'm going to buy it. We are my
Me, I don't want to go to jail, and me, I don't want to go police station. Me, I want to get my hand work to work and eat. The time we end this day, me, I the job the things you are like. I the work, I get strong to work. See me, I get strong to work. Why we are not get work? So come do na kubaru. Ask me why. Ask me why. Because of the things where you take camera. Me, I know what to do. Why?
Well, still in the demonstration, the coalition of concerned students joined the demonstration, calling on their lecturers to return to the classroom after 5 weeks of strike.
Students are suffering, parents are suffering, lecturers are suffering, guardians are suffering, everybody is suffering. That is why we are saying that the insensitivity of this government must end. They should let students also get liberation on campus. We cannot stay on campus for over 5 weeks without any academic activity going on. We are suffering. The wholesale fee, exorbitant fees that we have paid will go waste. The monies that we are spending on campus, it will go waste. So we are calling on this government to call this strike off, to let our lecturers come back to lecture halls for academic activities to go on. We are already affected psychologically. So we are saying that they should let this strike end in order for students to also get their peace of mind. It is not easy for over 5 weeks on campus without any academic activity going on.
It is now or never.
Those were some sights and scenes from the Yentua demonstration currently ongoing, and you had the coalition of concerned students joining the demonstration, calling on their lecturers to return to the classroom. You first heard from Paul Abuyonga, he's one of the conveners there, and you heard from Kofi Abwa George. We'll try and reach my colleague Eric Mawenegbeta, who is with the demonstrators, for some live updates. When you reach him, we'll bring you that conversation. But in the meantime, the MP for Sagnerigu, ABA Fuseni, has dared the majority leader to name the NDC MP who presented the E-Levy cake to him to mark his birth date. He was speaking to the press.
The overwhelming majority of Ghanaians have said a categorical no to the E-Levy. And we are asking ourselves, why is this insensitive, wicked Nana Akufo-Addo government seeking to push this down the throats of Ghanaians? My brother, they have touted their superior management of the economy. If they have been able to manage the economy in such an efficient manner, where is the economy on its knees today? Yes. Why are they struggling to force Ghanaians to pay a very wicked, insensitive, and reckless E-Levy that they seek to impose on Ghanaians? If they have so managed the economy so competently, they should have abundance of resources. Why are they struggling to force it down? The E-Levy, according to their best estimate, is about 6.9 or 7 billion at most. Why are they forcing to force it down the throats of Ghanaians? And not the road to better economic management. It shows that they are so crassly mismanaging the economy that the economy is in a ditch.
Right. We've seen pictures and videos from the 65th birthday of the majority leader, Yentua, and E-Levy. For you in the minority, does this indicate a tone deafness on the side of government?
No, it just shows you that this government does not respect Ghanaians. When people are crying over a very important thing that affects their lives, that introduces more hardship into their life. You choose to go and host a birthday and label a cake after the hardship of Ghanaians. It tells you that the MPP from Nana Akufo-Addo to Dr. Bawumia to Ocheche Mesaposu, none of them respect Ghanaians. They are not interested in the welfare of Ghana. On the contrary, they want to take the advantage and mock Ghanaians. That when your people are suffering, what you can do for them is to mock them, is to make fun of them.
Well, some drivers who have been stuck in traffic for close to 30 minutes at the Octagon have also been expressing frustration both at the levy and the traffic as a result of the protest. Take a listen.
Nicophobia, Children's Hospital, and I'm a car. So what I say, Nippon Swivel or Chemi, Timecono Qua, Zami Friend and Comecono Qua, Maboka, Zemi New Town and Befani Pano. So my big Musa, my friend and call my friend and call. That's how I focus for fun as a pizza. And so I say, Juma, say traffic in the demo to moving pick, top on in traffic home. So said, I want to call an order like Sky Nicrom, near my swipe star, Juma Sunio. So this can be better to the Obeya so send mobile money, Ube say, in our better tea free no dear. An order. Send will be under Ghana, and so 2 cities now the better slow. Depending to me, you all, so what I say, Tiamaya Bassa, Eokrum, until so now Ocean and Yamano, Eba form.
Let's now bring you updates on the Yentua demonstration and join my colleague Eric Morena-Egbeta, who is now at the forecourt of Parliament as the demonstration has gotten there for some live updates. Morena, good to have you. What more can you report? How is it going?
Right, so Crosby, currently we're right in front of Parliament, as you can see from the feed that we're getting right now, where there are quite a number of police personnel who are stationed right in front of Parliament, ensuring that the demonstrators, who are numbered in their hundreds, do not make their way inside Parliament. There's some bit of a history to this, where in previous demonstrations, the demonstrators were insisting on making their way into Parliament. It appears some lessons have been learnt on that front, and so there's been a lot of barricade here, and the police presence has been beefed up as well. But in terms of the protest, it's been relatively peaceful all through since it started from Obra Sports. The message for a lot of the individuals who participated in this morning all through to this afternoon's demonstration has been quite simple, that the electronic transfer levy is something they are not willing or eager to pay. As such, they want it scrapped. We've had quite a number of dignitaries come through. We've heard from members of Parliament from Ningo Prampram, Medina, and the likes, ABA Fusheni as well, who've quite spoken equivocally about the fact that they in Parliament are going to insist and ensure that the E-Levy is not passed. But should it be passed, they've been given assurances by the General Secretary of the NDC, John Tunisia Dunketia, that the next NDC administration, should this bill be passed, will repeal the law, which will be the electronic transfer law, should it be passed. And so that's been the message from a lot of the individuals who have been present here. Thankfully, the former Ketu South MP is here with me as well. I'll just pick a few words from him as well. He has also decided to be a part of this afternoon's protest now. Many thanks, Honorable Kwete, for joining us live on TV3. You've been a part of the demonstration. For you in the NDC, what is it about the E-Levy that makes it a no-no?
Actually, this is actually beyond NDC. This is about the people of Ghana, saying that For E-Levy, we don't want it. Because really, between you and I, the E-Levy is just simply stealing the money of people. There's a different...
We lost my colleague Eric Egbata there, but he was bringing us updates from Parliament on the Yentua demonstration currently ongoing as the demonstrators have gotten to Parliament. Away from that, a former clerk of Parliament. Right, I understand Eric Marina is back now. Let's go back to him and hear what he has for us.
To be the first to acknowledge that this is a no-no. But for them to still insist that they want to push this through is simply beggars belief. I don't understand why any group would not insist on this.
Well, we've heard from a number of your colleagues and even the General Secretary who says that should this be passed, an NDC government will repeal the law. Is this something that resonates among all the members?
Absolutely. I mean, we cannot protest this loud on behalf of the people of Ghana and for us to come to office and continue it. It's just not possible. It's just not possible. As a country, we need to find different ways of raising money. And we are talking about a group that told this country that taxation is a lazy man's approach to government. The group that told this country that they have been in places like the Bank of Ghana, they knew where the money was. And then you come into office and you actually not just increase different taxes, but decide to actually start entering into the wallet of individual Ghanaians and stealing it in the name of taxation. That's totally wrong. So definitely, as a party, definitely there's no way we are going to continue.
Right, I'll just pick your thoughts finally on the videos that have begun circulating of the 5th birthday of the majority leader and what appears to be some controversy that's coming up in the wake of the cake that was presented. For you in the NDC, the minority, does this come off as a tone deafness, you'd say?
Absolutely. It's a height of insensitivity. And I'm so disappointed that the majority leader, the vice president of Ghana, can be party to a thing of this nature. It's a way of just telling the country that we do not care about what you complain about. We are in power and we'll do what we want. It's a thinking that this country is their property and they can do anything no matter what anybody says. And it's sad because if they are listening carefully, they will know that this E-Levy is not just about the NDC. Even there are many people in the MPP who simply do not want it because they know that it's wrong. Why, for example, should you, when you have cash in your pocket, it's not being taxed? But when I put cash in my electronic pocket, you want to take it. It's totally unacceptable. You know, for them to still go ahead and do what they did yesterday, and then when they were held, they started lying that it was NDC MPs who gave them that, which is a complete fabrication, another lie. It's really, really unfortunate.
Right then, many thanks, the Honorable Fifi Kweta. He's former Ketu South MP. And so we're still waiting here where the leadership of the coalition of concerned Ghanaians will make their way here to Parliament. We're expecting them to make a presentation of a petition to the Speaker of Parliament, Alban Bagbin, who's not in the country at the moment. And so the expectation will be that that will be received on his behalf. Like I mentioned, quite a number of police present here as we continue to await. Some of the demonstrators are scattered across with different placards, different inscriptions, and different messages. But it all comes together to say just one thing, that Yentua, which simply means that they are not interested in paying the E-Levy.
Eric, thank you. We're grateful for your time with us on the bulletin. Eric Egbata is my colleague.